welcome to the Yoga Studies Institute. This is Paola. Thank you for joining me today for this Flow into Flexibility class. We develop flexibility, mobility, as well as strength, and it helps us develop balance, maintain your health, and stimulate our immune system. This class is always intended for advanced practitioners, but if you're a beginner, you want to join me, you want to try some new postures, feel free to do so. Just do whatever feels comfortable and don't injure yourself. Get as many props as you need and try to have fun. Just respect your own limits and be focused on what you're trying to do, not trying to achieve more than you can. You want to practice yoga for a long, long time. So today's focus is going to be an all-body asana class. We're going to be doing a lot of different family of postures. We're going to be doing balances as well as twists. We're going to be working on our flexibility. So I hope you have a lot of fun with me because I tend to have a lot of fun when I practice. And that's the freedom that we're going to be talking about today, being joyful. We want to have that freedom of infinite joy. So throughout our practice, we want to be able to feel joyful and also grateful for all the things we have, but we also want to share it with all the other people around us because that's what we want, right? We want everything for everyone we know, or at least that's what we're aiming for. You want to have freedom of, financial problems. You want to be in amazing relationships. You want to be sharing the things that you love with the ones that you love the most. You want to have a healthy body to do everything that you want to do. And you also want to have like a clear and safe mind as well. So if you want to try to have that for yourself, why not trying to have that for everybody around you? So in everything you do, just try to put that little effort, that little extra effort, and trying to dedicate it to all those people around you because you truly want to live in a world where nobody else is conflicted or suffering or having any kind of struggles. Okay, so give love, that's our mojo, and try to follow it today. Okay, so let's sit on top of our mats, bringing our feet together, bring your coccyx a little bit down, lose the body. So if you need to shake for a little thing, just shake a little and lose any kind of stress that you might have. Because we're going to have a lot of joy today, but we also want to do it with a lot of fun. And we call it virya because you're enjoying what you're doing. Lots of fun, but you're also very committed to it. So try to stand tall, long spine, shoulders away from your ears. Close your rib cage, bring your navel as close as you can to your lower back. Palms to the sides of your body. Bring your palms together at the center of your chest. Lengthen your spine. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable. If not, you can keep them a little open. Just try to look down to the floor and just focus on your breathing. So you will feel some movement in your body. That's the natural way of your body to find balance. Don't try to control it. Just let it be. And now try to imagine that perfect world. We all have our perfect world in our minds, where everything is possible. Where you feel loved and respected and taken care of and healthy and joyful. Where all the ones that you love are also experiencing the same things. And all those others that you don't even know, or might not even know, are also experiencing the same things. So place your dedication for today's practice. And if you feel comfortable, you can chant with me an opening Om. Let's inhale. Om. Open your eyes. And let's start just twisting our ankles for a little time with little circles, especially if you have swollen ankles. Try to do this. It's going to help you. Do the other way. And then your other foot. You want to try that mobility and flow going in your ankles. Try to use the toes. It's complex. Might hurt a little, but just try it. Great. Now let's place our hands on our knees. Little circles with the knees to one side. And to the other. Spread your legs a little bit. And now let's circle our hips. You want to bring your hip bones facing each of the corners in the room you're standing at. So that means that you're going to have to make big circles with your hips. Don't be shy. I'm not looking at you. And let's go to the other side. Okay, so I'm going to try to ask you to do something that you might not be very used to doing. We're going to split our torso in different ways. So what we did was moving our hips. What I'm going to ask you now is not to move from the hips to your feet, but just waist and up. So try to do that without moving the rest of your body. So we're warming up our spine because we're going to go for twists and back bends and some other fun things. So when you start warming up your spine by moving the body, you start realizing that you might need a little extra somewhere that you had not realized before because you were sitting or standing for a long, long time, doing your work, taking care of others. Now take care of yourself. Okay, done. Now, a little harder. Do not move from the waist down, but let's move from the rib cage all the way up to your head. So try to find the mobility of your ribs without moving the rest of your body. So you might feel like a Hawaiian dancer, maybe Shakira if you know her. It's fine. It's a little complex to identify how to move only your rib cage without using the rest of your body. Then to the other side. You're doing great. Awesome. Okay, let's go now with our shoulders. Big circles to the back. And now to the front. Okay, now we're going to try to play a little bit with your brain. If you can, strengthen the whole arm and start making circles to the front, do that. If not, just do it with the shoulder, okay? So you want to bring your right hand forward with big circles. And now that same arm or shoulder, if you cannot place your arm up, do it to the back. Just let it loose. Use the dynamic of the movement to bring the hand up again. So lose it. Really lose the joint. There you go. Okay, opposite arm, left one to the front. And now to the back. Okay, so we're gonna be doing this. You can do it only with your shoulders if you cannot use the arms. Okay, left arm goes to the back, right arm goes to the front. And stop. Okay, right hand goes to the back, and left one comes to the front. And now that they're loose, just shake to the sides. Let the arms fall. And let them be like two little ropes that are just hanging from your shoulders. If you want to go faster, just don't hit yourself too much. You don't want to punish yourself before the class starts. and just lose it. Awesome. So let's just have our arms feel heavy. Bring the chin and the chest close together, bend your knees. Let all the body have some weight. Use gravity on your side. Inhale, look down. Right hand in front of your face. Bend the right knee. Stretch the left arm up. Exhale and switch. Once more, bend your knees. Grab your elbows. Let the head fall freely and heavily down to the floor. Have some weight placed on your big toes. And if you can straighten up your legs. And rock your torso to the sides. Inhale, release your hands, bring them up to the sides, palms together, back to center, feet together. Let's inhale, palms together, look up, fold forward, exhale. Inhale, look up, big step back with the right foot, knee on the floor, open your chest. Exhale, left leg goes back, knees, chest, chin down to the floor. Inhale, push forward, little Bhujangasana or Cobra. When you exhale, go into Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog. Right step forward, left knee to the floor, open your chest. Exhale, big step forward, fold forward once more. Inhale, come up, back down, left leg, knee on the ground. You can stay here. You can start opening your chest. Knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, push forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes forward. Right knee on the floor. Big step with the right foot. Fold. Palms together. Back to center once more. Inhale. Fold. Right leg goes back. Knee on the floor. You can lift your arms, start shaking your back, open up your chest. Hands on the floor. You can go into plank or tabletop, whatever feels best. You can go into chest chin or chaturanga. Press forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left knee on the floor. Big step, fold. Last time. Left. Plank. Or knees, chest, chin. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Left forward. And step forward. Exhale here. Inhale, come up. Palms to center. We're gonna inhale once more. We're gonna fold forward. The right foot is gonna lift. And you wanna try to find your balance here. You can stay here with both hands. You can bend your knees if you need to. Both or just one. Or you can try to find some balance here. Do not open your hip to the right. Try to keep it aligned. Beginners, you can stay here. And it's fine. You can use a couple of blocks. Big step back. Come into warrior one. Lifting your palms. Pelvis forward. Coccyx down. Open your chest. Now bend your elbows into a cactus pose. You want to try to bring your elbows together at your back. So open the chest a little bit more. We're going to interlace fingers. We're going to pull the hands towards the right leg. And then we're going to bring the left shoulder towards the left knee. Option number one, stay here. Or you can continue coming all the way down to the top of your head on the floor and bring the hands back. Release your palms, right hand on the floor. Release your heel off the floor and take a little twist to the left, lifting your left hand. Now, if you want to bring the knee down, you can also do that. You can turn the palm back and you can give yourself a huge hug. When you exhale, bring the heel down and let's come up into warrior two. Turn the left palm up, come back into an extended warrior. Inhaling, you're gonna straighten up the left leg and try to push and pull. At the same time, lengthen your hips a little bit more. Exhale, come back into warrior two. Palms on the floor, left leg goes back. Chaturanga. Inhale. Downward facing dog. You can either hop or walk forward. Exhale. Inhale up and come down once more. Lifting the left leg back. Do not open the hip. You can bend both knees if you want. Or string the legs. Or find the balance there. Or if it keeps you a little bit more balanced, you can always interlace your fingers from behind. From here, straight into warrior one. Have some control of your balance. Lifting your arms. Inhale, press your elbows down. Open your chest. Interlace your fingers. Pull those halves down. And bring the elbows up, shoulder to the knee, or head to the floor. Release. Left hand on the floor. Release the left heel off the floor. Twist. Or give yourself a little hug. Try not to move the right knee. It's quite challenging because we're coming into a warrior two. Right palm up, go back. Straightening the right knee. Pull a little bit more if you can. And we're gonna release back into warrior two, hands on the floor. Right leg goes back. Exhale. Chaturanga or chest chain, whatever feels best for you. Remember, we're trying to do it with a lot of fun. And we're trying to send out that joy to all those living creatures around us. Looking forward, you can hop or walk. Exhale. Come up. Once more. Right leg goes back. Find your balance. The more your torso comes down, the more that your leg can come up. Back to warrior one. Let's flow this. Let's bend our elbows and immediately take our hands. Open in the chest. Go forward. Release your palms. Twist. And from here, we're going to take a reverse Ardha Chandrasana. So what we're going to be doing is move the hand a little forward. Lift the right leg back. Take a twist there. Open your chest. Don't hunch your back. Strengthen your spine. Look forward and control back into a warrior two. Left hand turns forward and up. Go into an extended warrior. Extend your left knee. And now the right hand stays there. The left one comes down to the floor. Okay, now both palms can stay here. I'm going to turn so you can sit from front. So palms together. And you want to try to bring them up at the same level as your feet, if possible. Now bring all the body weight towards your toes. So you're going to stretch your hamstrings. If this is too easy for you, then walk the hands behind, bending your elbows. Try to bring the top of the head to the floor. If you can do this and it's easy for you, then you can try to have Shirsasana 2 or headstand. Your legs are strong. They're engaged. Press down with the palms of your hands and help your head not to have all the weight. Now, if your head is not touching the floor, that's the level you have to stay at. Then trying to come up. Release. And walk back towards your left foot. Come up into warrior 2. Inhale, straighten up your left leg. We're gonna go into Trikonasana. So push the right hip back. Do not lose the same line. So you wanna keep your big toe, knee, hip, and shoulder in the same line. So when you go forward, you can bring the palm down as long as your knee is still engaged. If it comes loose or you start bending it, don't come that low. You can keep the hand a little higher. I mean, the point is not coming all the way down. The point is lengthening your hip and try to maintain the same line. Okay, so now bring the right hand down and turn your heel up. Option number 1, you want to try to bring the heel down. This is quite challenging, especially on your left hamstring. If this is easy for you, then you're going to lift the left toes, okay? And this is going to be hard on both hamstrings. Still too easy for you, then you're going to bring the hands back and you're going to try to fold forward. And just breathe. Align your hips, bring the left hip back, then let it come forward. And dedicate the posture to the health and joy and comfort of all those creatures around you. So we're gonna do the same thing we did at the beginning. We're gonna place your left foot forward, bend the knee, and then lift the right leg back, either bent or straight, or you can look for a standing split. And step forward. Inhale, palms together. Come up. Back to center. Down. Left leg. Whatever you feel like doing. Warrior 1. Bend your elbows. Interlace your hands behind. Open your chest. Humble warrior here or here. Try not to move the right knee and come up into warrior 2. Right palm back, extended warrior. Twist a little more if you can. Release, come down. Hand on the floor. Take a little turn to the right. Now your left hand is going to move forward. Twisted Ardha Chandrasana. Lifting the left leg. Now open your chest to the right. Lifting the right arm up. Do not open your hip. Exhale, back into warrior 2. Inhaling, straighten your legs, and let's fold forward. Now, turn your big toes a little bit to the inside. Hands on your hips, shoulders back, elbows want to talk to each other behind your back. So open your chest a little bit and fold forward. Option number 1, you can just stay here. Keep your knees straight. Engage your thighs. All the body weight goes to the toes. Or if hands come easily down to the floor, you can bring the top of your head to the floor as well. And you can lift your legs if you want to try to do a headstand. If you're not there, you can just stay here. Try to find your ankles. or the hands on the floor as I said before, or maybe here. This is just perfect as well. If you lift your legs, try to go for Garudasana. You're gonna twist, engage the core. And then switch. And slowly come down. Control your hips. Walk your hands towards the right. Engage into a warrior two. And let's go into Trikonasana. Try to find that line with all of your body. Now, sometimes you just lay all your body weight on that hand and it's just very easy to stay there. But today I'm going to ask you to place your hand inside of your leg. It's going to become more challenging because you will have to use your muscles. So try to stay there. Now, if this is still too easy and you want to work on your strength too, not just your flexibility, loose the hand to the side. And bring the other hand on top of your head. And just stay there. Hold it. If you start shaking, just enjoy it. And breathe. Go back to the front. And we're going to take a little stretch to our hamstrings. Bring the heel down as much as you can. Or lift the toes. Now, the right hip is going to come forward. You want to bring it back and engage it. You can walk your hands behind if it's too easy. And you can fall forward towards your leg. Look forward, hands to the sides of your foot. Lifting the left leg behind. You can go into a stand-up split if you want. And release your leg on the floor. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come up. And back to center. Close your eyes for a second. Place your palms in front of your chest. Bring your intention back. Bring your motivation back. Why is that you started doing yoga in the first place? Maybe you started doing it for yourself and you found these amazing benefits. And then you realized that you were not getting angry, or you were a little bit much more calmed, or your mental afflictions were going and you feel healthier. And suddenly all the people around you were not having struggles with you, or the world seemed lighter. So there must be something about the asana practice that it's changing your world. Why not bring it up to a bigger scale? Just wanting that for everybody around you. Not that you're going to be giving away a lot of yoga mats, but you're going to be doing your yoga outside of your mat. Open your eyes, inhale, and let's fall forward once more. You can either jump or hop into a plank pose and hold it there. Okay, so we're gonna bring the left leg a little bit to the right side and the right leg to the opposite corner. So you're gonna twist, you're gonna bring your heel down to the floor, keeping the right hand on the floor. You wanna press your hips up and you wanna open your chest in a wild pose. If this is too easy for you, you can always go into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Now, if you are in wild pose or Urdhva, let's try to lift, coming back. Lift the left leg up and try to come into Vashisthasana. You can either just grab your knee and open your chest, or Try to grab the thumb and kick the leg up. Or easy variation, you can stay here or just here. Okay, great. Let's come back into a plank. Exhale. We're gonna do the other way. So, left foot goes to the opposite corner, right heel comes down, turn your legs and your hips, bring them up, open the chest, wild pose. You can stay here or keep on twisting until you come up into Urdhva Dhanurasana, opening your chest. You're gonna come back and release. You wanna keep the left leg on the floor and lift the right one up. Hips always push up. That's the secret for Vashisthasana. You can grab your knee or you can look for the toe. Keep on opening the chest and release into a plank pose. Just hold it here. Knees on the floor, Balasana, a couple of breaths. So just for fun, you're gonna keep on twisting and trying to make like a single movement out of it. So from plank, place the foot, go back. You can either stay in the wild pose, you can go to Urdhva, and then keep on moving to the other side. Returning, you see, and then going back. You can go into Urdhva here, Vashisthasana. Back. So you can just try it once, or maybe you can follow me. And back to plank. Great job. Knees on the floor. Exhale. So one of my teachers told me that in order to have an amount of energy that is endless and continuously flowing, you have to do things with lots of virya. I have a friend who has eternal energy that doesn't run out. And I see him doing things with lots of virya all the time. So something about that might be true. So whatever you're doing in your practice or in your life, try to do it with lots of virya. Enjoy it a lot and dedicate it to others. Great. Let's come into a plank or a tabletop. And let's go down into downward facing dog. Now let's walk the feet forward, trying to reach the hands. Try not to move the palms off the floor. Come. If there's a point where you cannot continue walking, just try to, drag the feet forward. Maybe you're just in your fingertips, that's fine. And exhale. Awesome. Now, let's grab the big toes with the index, middle, and thumbs. Inhaling, pressing forward. Press your fingers down and try to pull your toes up. It's an opposite movement. When you exhale, bend your elbows to the sides and bring your forehead as close as you can to your legs. Just stay there, keep on breathing. Okay, now we're gonna work on flexibility and strength at the same time. Look up. Now, send all your body weight to your left foot and press down like with your left fist towards the floor. We're going to release the right leg off the floor. So don't lose the big toe. And try to lift the leg to the side and try to find balance there. You're using your hamstrings as well as your strength and your balance in one posture. Exhale and switch. Body weight goes to the right leg. Press down with a fist as well with all of the toes and try to release the left leg off the floor. And release. And fold forward once more. Inhale, look up, hands on your waist, and press all your body up. And exhale. Great. Let's go for a tree pose. So wherever your level is at, you can just keep your toes on the floor or try to bring the arch of your foot on your calf. You can easily, adjust to the shape. Or you can bring your foot towards your thigh or maybe have Padmasana here. And try to find the balance. Same thing. We're going to try to look for the big toe. Middle index and thumb, look for the big toe. And you're going to try to stretch the leg to the side. Either keep it here, if this is your level. If you cannot stretch the leg, you can always hold your knee or keep the knee bent. Flexible, folks. You can look for your foot. And try to open the right hand to the side. Opening your chest. Maybe your balance is in place today and you can look to the left side. Don't lose that leg. Bend the knee. Let's go into a dancer's pose. So bring the foot back. And let's try to straighten the left arm in front. Kick your right leg up and keep on pressing and opening your chest. And exhale. So if this were a dance, you would be enjoying yourself a lot. So try to bring your mindset to that point and try to enjoy the postures, okay? Left foot turns out either on the toes or the calf or the thigh or half Padmasana. And find your tree pose. So as a tree, you're strong enough to keep yourself rooted, but you also have a little movement. So you will see that your body is still struggling all the time trying to find a balance, as we all do in life. So try to find it, keep on breathing, try to enjoy it, dedicate it towards others. Maybe today balance is not here for you. It doesn't matter. We're doing it for a bigger purpose than just nailing one posture. Look for the big toe. Right hand on your waist. You can stay here or here. You can just switch to the other hand and kick your leg up, opening your chest, and turn. And from here, try not to lose a foot. Look for your foot from behind. Strengthen your right arm. Kick the leg up. Go into a dancer's pose. And release. Awesome job. Okay, so let's keep our feet together. And we're going to come all the way down to the floor. This is going to challenge your Achilles because you need to stretch them a lot, okay? So there's like a tip. If you cannot do it without holding to something, we're going to use the mat. So keep the feet together. Start bending your knees. come lower, like if you were coming into Utkatasana. At this point, spread the knees away and keep the heels on the floor. This is a challenge. If it's not possible for you because the heels come off the floor, then you want to grab onto your mat and bring the heels down, but hold to the mat as hard as you can, not to fall. If you can come all the way down without losing the heels from the floor, come down, hands forward, spread the knees to the sides and find balance here. And now bring your buttocks down to the floor. Awesome. Once more, we're gonna look for the big toes. Spread your heels to the sides and start pressing forward without losing them. We're gonna stretch our back into a much more comfortable way to get into Paschimottanasana. Bring your navel down. And maybe your head, your nose, your forehead, your shin. Look forward and release. Great. Left leg is bent now to the side of your body. You can wrap your hands around it. If you cannot reach your hands, you can use a towel. Now kick the right heel forward. Inhale, look up. Strengthen your spine. Imagine that you want to touch your toes with your forehead. Go forward and bend forward. Inhale, release. This same knee is gonna come down. You're gonna bend the leg back, okay? So you're gonna take a little twist to the left, opening your hip. You're gonna feel the joint here, where your leg and your hip are getting together. This is quite challenging. This is gonna help your hip mobility because it's working with your inner rotation. So take a little twist to the left. The right heel is still engaged. And from here, you're gonna try to find, for that right foot, bring the left arm up. Now, both hips wanna go down. They're both being pressing down. So you're gonna feel the hip flexor stretching a lot. So this is the hip opener. And you wanna work on that. So try to stretch. If you took the class about relationships, we did a lot of hip openers. Because a lot of the meaningful experiences, we hope, have like a memory in our hips. So this is the right time to think about that amazing joy you would feel for everybody having great companionship, amazing relationships with partners or friends or co-workers or family. So turn forward and walk back. Now respect your knee and just move it to the side, just like that. I've seen more people getting injured coming out of postures than getting into postures because you just want to rush into that. Don't do it. Bend the right knee, hips down, wrap your hands around that knee. Inhale, fold forward. Exhale, come down. Press the heel away. Come up, now the knee, and bend to the side, heel closer to your buttocks. Turn a little twist to the right. And walk your left hand towards the left foot, lifting the right arm up. You can stay here. Here is also a great option. Remember, it doesn't matter how far you get. If you can reach for the foot, you can do that. And then the opposite hand goes to your hip. Release. Bring your right leg forward. And once more, we're going to fold into Paschimottanasana. Once more, we're gonna try to find our toes. And we're gonna try not to lose our big toes. Going back all the way into Halasana. When you're in Halasana, you're gonna place your palms behind your back. And you're gonna lift them into Salamba Sarvangasana. In English, you're holding your toes. You're gonna try to go all the way back into your shoulders and bring all the legs back behind your head without losing the toes. And from there, we're gonna place our palms behind our back, lifting the legs towards the ceiling, okay? That's the translation. So you're gonna inhale, fall forward. When you come up, try not to lose your toes. Inhale and go back into Halasana. Exhale, curve your back. Palms behind your back. Engage your legs, come up. We're gonna have a twist here. So bend your knees, take a twist to the left. Try to bring the knees all the way down to the floor. Come back up, bend knees, now to the right. Release, knees on your forehead. And can slowly come down. Now place your feet together. Bring the knees all the way down towards the floor. Elbows on the floor, lifting your chest. Bring the top of your head to the floor. Hands on your thighs, stay there. If you have full lotus or Padmasana, you're gonna hold on to your toes. Elbows to the floor, release the top of your head. Bring your knees towards your chest and rock to the sides. So we're gonna kick the legs up. Align them with your hips. Press the navel down. Lifting your hands. Let's try to touch your toes once more. So come up and go down. Up and down. Up and down. One last time. We're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Keep the legs up. Easy variation, bend the knees. If you're gonna go for a harder posture, keep the legs straight and kick the heels up. And we're gonna go into Jatara Parivartana. If you bring the legs all the way down to the floor, you're not engaging your core. If you're looking for strength, you can do the floating the legs off the floor. So we're gonna take a twist to the right. Keep your knees together, and you can stay either here or bring them down. Exhale. And remember, you can always bend the knees and go for a lighter twist. Exhale, up, and then come into the other side. Inhale, and come lower. You can hold them there, or bring them down to the floor. And release. Happy baby or Ananda Balasana, hands inside your feet. Close your eyes and remember that joy that you felt when you were able to grab your feet. Maybe you don't remember, but try to imagine how you felt when you were a baby and you were in your crib and you were so happy. Maybe you even sucked on your toes. Not that you will do it now, but try to spread that joy. Children are so happy with so little. They enjoy every moment with lots and lots of virya. And then we grow up and then we forget about that. So try to bring that joy back and dedicate it towards others. If you need to have a stretch, you can do that. Bring your head towards your knees. Big hug to your legs. And you exhale, you're going to come down into Shavasana, corpse pose. You can hide your shoulders a little bit behind your chest. Palms face up. Let the toes fall freely to the sides. Bring your chin a little close to the chest and close your eyes. Try to bring your mind to all those people you care about, understanding that if you're truly planting amazing and beautiful seeds in your life to create this beautiful world that you want, then everything is empty and you can practically plant whatever you want for whomever you like. if everything coming from my own experience and my own perception, and doing this asana postures is helping me to change that, then if I just choose to bring the practice outside of my mat, there's an endless world of possibilities for me. You want to go there. You want to reach your highest potential. In a world where everybody is getting what they need, there's no room for anger. There's no room for disagreement. There's no room for pain. So take a deep inhale and exhale through your mouth. Start moving your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Moving your body slowly and gently. Take a big stretch as if you had just waken up in the morning. And when it's time to return one of your sides in a fetal position, and come up and join me in a seated pose. Hey, you did great today. Thank you very, very much for joining me in today's class. Let's bring our palms together. And if you feel comfortable, you can chant with me a closing Om. Let's inhale. Om. Thanks once more. See you around. Bye.